Deepika Padukone recently opened up about what it's been like being a new mom and the effect that it's had on her life and her career. Let's talk about it. Deepika gave birth to her daughter Dua in September of 2024. So when asked how she's handling the transition, she said that I wouldn't say that I'm lost, but I wouldn't say that I found my new identity either. I feel like I'm still navigating it. She also shared an interesting interaction she had recently with a male director. Apparently he wanted to meet her and she was like, I can't, I have to be home with the baby. And he turned around and said, oh, I guess she's taking motherhood very seriously. To which she was saying she doesn't know if that was a compliment or a jab, because obviously she's taking motherhood seriously, like duh. She did say that just like a lot of new moms, she's just trying to figure it out. She's been telling herself that her life doesn't have to end just because she had a baby, and that she does need to find her way back to her normal life. But Deepika shared that every single time she takes time to do something for herself or go to work, she just feels really guilty for not being with her baby. Another fun fact, Ranveer and Deepika took about 2 months to name their child. They said that when they were trying to decide what to name her, they wanted her to be born and to kind of get an idea as to her personality before naming her. They ended up naming her Dua, which means prayer, and Deepika shared that it was around 2 months later in November when she thought of the name. Ranveer was at a shoot in the middle of the night. She just texted him, Dua, ? And he just said, yes! ! Ranveer was also asked about this new phase of life, and he said that this is the best version of Deepika that he's ever known. He said that it's often said that the way that you do one thing is how you do most things, and that could not be truer for Deepika. That she's present, caring, gentle, attentive, immersed, that she's just really kicking ass as a mom. And that sometimes he worries for Deepika's health because she doesn't really take care of herself. She's only ever thinking about Dua. Another thing that Deepika addressed in this article was how she and Ranveer want to raise Dua. So Deepika was actually raised by a professional badminton player, but she said that her parents raised her free from any expectations, and they want to replicate that with their kid. That when she was growing up, her father never told her that he was famous. That she only ever found out later on when people were approaching him for autographs, and then her own curiosity kicked in. So they are planning to hide Dua's face from the paparazzi, from the media, from social media. They want her to have a very normal life. Okay, and the last thing that I'll share, because I just love this so much, is that Deepika and Ranveer got married back in 2018. They had their kid at the end of 2024. And apparently Ranveer always told Deepika, yes, I want kids, but it's your body, you're the one who has to go through the pregnancy, so you tell me when you're ready to put your body through that. And I just think that shows how much respect Ranveer has for women and for Deepika. I really loved reading that, so I had to share. Overall, this entire interview seemed so relatable. I mean, I'm not a mom, but I'd love to hear from any of you who are moms. What did you think of this interview and everything that she had to say? Were you able to relate to any of this? I'd love to hear from you. Just remember to please comment with kindness and follow for more.